The Outlanders Journey. Tier 1, Level 0. Chapter 18. Bach, you hear Mama say. Bach, your mind and your heart are forever yours. Always look and listen. Trust your intuition. Bach, says a familiar voice. Wake up. You open your eyes. You're on the floor in a pool of your sweat and drool. The ground is cold and hard, as it always has been. The sensation used to comfort you, because it was a way to ice your wounds, but now you're just cold. As you pull yourself up, your vision blurs, and you feel yourself spinning. You don't know how much time has passed. Your memories are choppy and murky. You recall running up the stairs with Maya Lee. You met someone named Laurel and tried to attack him. Then, for some reason, the three of you started discussing how to leave. Following that, the recollection gets even hazier. You went to bed after that. You were downstairs with Mr. Sanos, who told you to go back to your room. You were congratulated for doing a good job today. And you ate and slept, but on the floor for some reason. Your back is sore, and you rub your head, feeling a bump on the left side. Maya Lee. Maya Lee was with you when you went upstairs. Where is she now? Bach! You jump with a start, looking all around you. It's that voice again. Laurel's? Why are you hearing his voice in your head? You really must be crazy. His voice continues. You know magic, right? Use detect magic to find white-colored glyphs. They alert Sanos when you're leaving. Destroy them. I'll help you escape. What is happening right now? How is he doing this? Okay, you say, speaking out loud. No sound comes out of your mouth, but maybe he can read your lips, wherever he may be. What magic do I use? Mr. Sanos never taught me how to use detect magic. Maybe Maya Lee will know, but I don't know where she is. Should I find her first? Where are you right now, Laurel? He doesn't answer. Laurel? You ask. Laurel, are you here? Laurel? All you feel is your own heartbeat, the coldness of the floor. You should find Maya Lee. She will know what to do. You crouch by your favorite corner, knocking on the wall. If you tap hard enough, she'll feel the vibrations and knock back. No answer. You knock again, hitting harder. No answer. You raise your fists and pound against the wall. Maya Lee! You try to shout. No answer. Where is she? After you went upstairs and met Laurel, what happened to her? Is Laurel even a real person, or a figment of your imagination? Is Maya Lee real? You run to the door and ram your body against it, but it doesn't budge. You remember you broke down a door before. It's different from earlier. It's stronger, like it's been reinforced. You back up to the very end of your room, and you get down on all fours, bending your knees and arching your back. Your body is aching. You charge forward, slamming your shoulder as hard as you can. An immediate, dull pain runs down your arm. Something in the hinges shifts and bends and then snaps off. The door crashes to the ground loudly, and you topple over. There is sound outside of your room. You have done this before. You step outside. You see the familiar wooden table with a single candle flickering on top. You take another step, and the floorboards creak under your weight. Yes, you've experienced this before. Not just from your training, but also from when you and Maya Lee were escaping. It's all coming back. You turn to your left and spot Maya Lee's door. It's open. You run inside the room, but there's a more complete darkness here than anything you've ever experienced. You can't even see your own hands when you wave them in front of your eyes. Maya Lee? You shout in silence, as though the darkness has absorbed your voice along with the light. How did she stay in a place like this for so long? You feel around for her, moving along the walls, turning around every corner, until you're back at the door. Where is she? You come outside again, and your eyes are immediately blinded by the tiny candlelight. You can hear your own heavy breathing again. What did Laurel mean when he talked about detecting magic? What is that? Always look and listen, Mama used to say, touching her finger to your forehead. Trust your intuition. If you have trouble, open your inner eye, and you will sense the weave. Her eyes sometimes turned silver. She talked with this sing-song voice, and her hands drew circles. You loved seeing those eyes, and sometimes you would mimic her, and she would smile at you and caress your face, and tell you that you were orange today, and she'd whisper a little prayer in your ear, and you'd giggle because it tickled, and you'd say it back, like you were communicating in a secret language with her. You close your eyes. You don't need your real eyes to see. You steady your breath. You put your arms out and trace a large circle with your hands, pulling them together at the center as you intertwine your fingers. Mistra, you whisper, muttering your people's language for the first time in a long while. Grant me the sight I need to behold your sublime creation. Something warm rushes through your hands, up your arms and neck and face, before finally reaching your eyes. You step back into Mayali's room, into that complete darkness. All around you, things are glowing. There are so many colors swirling together in combinations of orange and blue. They're beautiful and terrifying to behold at the same time. You back out of the room and shuffle over to yours, spotting shades of brown inside. The flickering candle on the table gives off a similar orange and blue. Across from you is a third door that you haven't noticed before. Around it is this orange and blue dome. You tiptoe toward it. There is a stench of mold here, and a stale dampness in the air. You realize up close that this dome is some translucent wall blocking your way. You tap on it. Mayali? Your fingers bounce off. You gently place your hand on it, pushing hard, until your feet begin to slip. Mayali, are you in there? What did Laurel say? If you can see magic, then you can disable something. You look around this door. What does a disabling glyph look like? You trace your steps back toward your room. You pass the dark staircase again. This time, you look up. You remember going up these stairs not too long ago. It wasn't a door at the top, but some kind of heavy bookshelf. From the top, you spot a pure white light. A single magical spot, in the perfect shape of a square. You take a step and the floorboard creaks. It's all right. You've done this before. You know you have. You reach the highest step and you kneel before the light. The white spot is small, even up close, about the size of your palm. You trace your fingers around it. It's slightly raised from the rest of the bookshelf, like it's a separate piece. You put your hand around it and grip the edges as tightly as you can. You pull and something immediately shifts before it gets stuck. You tense up your shoulders, strengthening your grip, the corners of the square cutting into your fingertips. You're getting frustrated, you can feel it. Breathe. Don't let it take you. Rage, you know, is the trigger for your madness. Around you, the energy of your emotions is beginning to roil and swirl. You are nothing. You are emptiness. You are a vessel. You pull and pull and pull, and the corners pierce through your skin, and the blood pools into your fingernails, and that whirling energy around you grows hot. Sweat drips down your face. You are nothing. You are worth nothing. Be good, said Mama as she handed you away. Something erupts, bursting out of your hand, propelling you backward. You hear a pop, and you tumble down the stairs, but you grab the railings. You're panting. You look down at your hands gripping the square. It's been crushed in half, and it's no longer glowing. There is a hole in the bookshelf. A small bit of light peeks through. You hear a thud downstairs. You rush to the bottom, running into Mayali's room. The darkness is gone. Mayali? You say, and you hear your own voice. The room is empty. There's not even a bed in here. You hear a call behind you yelling, Bach? You twist around, sprinting back out. Mayali? Bach! Her voice is coming from the stinky door. You rush over, tripping over one of the table legs. You stumble back to your feet and crash into the door, no longer stopped by that strange, translucent dome. Maya Lee! Tears are welling in your eyes. Bach! Maya Lee, I turned it off. The quiet and the dark, I turned it off. You did? That was you? It was, you say. You badly missed the sound of her voice. Wait, hold on. Okay. In your head, you hear her voice again. I can talk to you with my message spell. We still need to stay quiet. Oh, okay. Okay, move back. Bach, I'm going to teleport out. Fog leaks through a small hole in the door, and Maya Lee appears outside next to you. Maya Lee, you say. You pick her up and spin around. She hugs you back, and she presses her face into your shoulder, and you feel her shaking with her sobbing. In your arms, she is so small. Even though she knows so much more than you, she's still a child, and you might not be a child anymore. You finally set her down, and you sit, shaking a bit, still unable to contain your happiness. How did you know to disable something? She asks. Laurel told me. Who? Says Maya Lee. Laurel, the man we met when we got out the first time. Maya Lee scratches her head. Laurel? Who is... Her eyes widen. Oh, we... You nod. Yeah, he's the man who talked to us when we got out. She's scratching her head. We escaped, right? We got out of here and then we met him, right? Why are we back here? Did Sanos find us? I don't know, you say, but Laurel said he'll help us again. Maya Lee stares at you, incredulous. Wait, so we got out, and someone up there is helping us get out a second time? You nod again. Yeah, he said Mr. Sanos uses magic to keep us trapped, and it makes Mr. Sanos know when we are leaving, but I broke it. You show her the strange square. Oh, but before that, I broke my door. You point at the plank of wood that was once your door. Maya Lee takes the square, rotating it around as she examines it. She laughs. This little thing was keeping us trapped? If Mr. Sanos sees I broke it before we leave, we'll get in trouble. It's okay. I'll seal it back up. Where was this? You lead her up the staircase, pointing to the top and showing her the crack of light through the bookshelf. She looks back at you. Doesn't this mean we can leave now? You shrug. Laurel just said to turn it off. Maybe he'll help us with the next part. Are you sure we can trust him? I don't remember what happened. I think so, you say. Laurel knows how to talk to us, and he can also speak to me in my head like you did. Are you sure? Says Maya Lee. 'Cause we can just go. I think he knows what to do. Maya Lee glances at the opening, peeking through. She sighs. I want to go, Bach. Me too. But maybe you're right, and Laurel knows what to do after. You trust him? You nod. I do. Okay. She waves her hands and takes out 2 tiny pieces of stones tucked somewhere in her messy hair. She gently unfolds the square, placing it back. She closes her eyes, muttering under her breath for what feels like forever, but you watch as she seals it back into place. Whoa, you say. She turns around and smiles at you. Here's a trick. She pulls at the bottom, and it opens like a flap. I only sealed the top, so we can still open it and see the outside. Maya Lee is the smartest person you've ever met. You two descend back down. Outside your room, she seals the door's hinges. You open and close it. Everything looks as good as new. As long as Sanos doesn't know we've disabled the downstairs, we can talk to each other again. This time without having to read lips. I can send messages to your head. You nod. Your face is sore from too much smiling. Is Laurel going to tell you what to do next? I think so, you say. He says he will come get us. That's fine, but if he doesn't help us get out in 5 days, I say we go on our own, okay? You wish to see Laurel again. You only vaguely remember his face. Okay, you say. I'm gonna be stuck in that stinky storage room for a bit, but at least Sanos leaves me alone in there. But remember, 5 days. Okay. You hug once more before returning to your rooms. Every once in a while, she whispers little messages to you, asking how you're doing. You tell her what Mama showed you long ago, and the funny little incantation she taught you. Alone in your room, you wonder how much more you would have learned if you lived with her instead of Mr. Sanos. My boy. My little boy. Be good. Be good for him, okay? Be good.